Hey everyone, I've been shooting with the Canon EOS RP for the last couple of months and it's one of those cameras that just quietly does everything right. You know the cheap mirrorless cameras out there? They look fine on paper, but the moment you try to actually use them in real life, whether it's vlogging, travel, or just family stuff, they fall apart. The colors look flat, the autofocus hunts around, and the battery dies before you even finish a short clip. The EOS RP isn't flashy, but it fixes all those little frustrations without breaking the bank. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, it's the lightest full-frame mirrorless camera Canon makes right now. I can toss it in a small shoulder bag with a pancake lens and still have room for a second body or a couple of batteries. That's huge when you're traveling or just heading out for the day. I've taken it hiking, to coffee shops, even on a crowded subway, and it never feels like it's weighing me down. The body is also surprisingly sturdy for its size, with a solid grip that doesn't feel cramped even with bigger RF lenses attached. The 26.2 megapixel full-frame sensor is what really sets it apart for the price. I've been able to pull a surprising amount of detail out of shadows and highlights, especially when I'm editing later. It's not a studio monster, but for everyday shots of portraits, street scenes, even low-light candids, it delivers colors that look natural without needing a ton of post-processing. I've shot sunsets where the sky still has depth and skin tones stay smooth without looking waxy. Autofocus is where this camera quietly impresses me every time. Dual-pixel CMOS AF locks on fast, even when I'm moving or the subject is moving. I've used it for vlogging where I'm walking toward the camera, for kids running around the backyard, and even for macro shots of food where the focus needs to be spot on. It's not as snappy as the high-end R5 or R6, but for real-world use it's more than good enough. And the touchscreen flips out to the side and swivels, which is perfect for selfies or awkward angles when you're trying to frame a shot without a tripod. Battery life is decent for a mirrorless, especially if you grab a couple of spares. I usually carry one extra and that's enough for a full day of casual shooting. The camera also charges over USB-C, so if you're out and about you can top it up with a power bank. That saved me more than once when I was running low and didn't want to miss a shot. The 4K video is surprisingly clean. I've shot interviews, travel montages, and even some short films with it, and the footage holds up well when you're editing. There's a slight crop in 4K, but it's not as bad as some other cameras in this range. The 1080p is sharp too, and if you're just posting to social media it's more than enough. The flip-out screen makes it easy to see yourself while you're recording, which is a must for vloggers. I've also been using the EOS Utility Webcam Beta software to turn the RP into a high-quality webcam for Zoom calls and live streams. The difference in image quality compared to a laptop camera is night and day. Colors pop, the background stays sharp, and the autofocus keeps me in focus even when I move around. It's a small thing, but it's made a big difference in how professional my calls look. The only real downsides I've run into are the menu system, which can feel a little cluttered if you're used to more modern interfaces, and the fact that the included battery grip isn't as robust as you'd hope for the price. But honestly, those are minor quirks in an otherwise solid package. The RP gives you full-frame quality without the bulk or the crazy price tag, and that's hard to beat. If you're looking for a camera that handles everyday shooting without fuss, the Canon EOS RP is a great choice. It's not perfect, but it's close enough for most of us. Check it out using the link below and let me know in the comments what you end up using it for. I'd love to hear your thoughts.